Hey guys, welcome to a special episode of Refresh on how to perform a detailed car wash at home. Now these steps are simple and easy, but when done properly can yield outstanding results even at home. And to demonstrate it, I'm going to wash a Porsche that hasn't been cleaned for the last 4 months. I'll be showing you my steps, tools, chemicals, and some tips that I found really helpful for my cleaning regimen. And also in this episode, I'll be sharing with you the secret on how some car guys have extremely shiny and slick looking car all year round. All of that in this episode of Refresh. Now if you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you want more content like this as well in the future, please hit the subscribe button to my channel as well. I do documentaries on detailing cars, vlogging car reviews, and my ownership experience of my cars. So if you don't want to miss that, please be sure to hit the bell notification so you get an alert when the new videos come out. Now with that, enjoy this episode of Refresh. Hey guys, so right now we are at the car wash bay, and before we start, I'm going to drop with you the secret of keeping your car nice, shiny and sleek all year round. And this is a secret that, although most people don't know, this is not a secret amongst car detailers, professional and passionate car detailers. And no, it's nothing to do with polishing, waxing, or having the most latest advanced ceramic coating or PPF on your car. No, it has nothing to do with that. And the secret of keeping your car looking nice and shiny all year round is actually learning how to wash your car with proper technique and doing it consistently. Poor washing technique and tools can cause swirl marks, wash marring, and sometimes even deep scratches. Now, dirt being stuck on the surface too long in areas that are not clean can also cause damage and etching to the paint as well. But sometimes some of this damage are irreversible. Now, the point of all of this is that it all can be prevented or reduced with proper washing technique. Now, this opinion is consistent with my experience speaking with professional detailers. Now, think of it like this: if you brush your teeth with proper washing technique, proper tools, and proper toothpaste, you'll not only have nice shiny teeth, but also reduce the chances of cavity and gum infection, right? And you won't have bad breath and chase people away. So with our car, if we use the proper technique, we can not only keep our car clean and shiny, but preserve the work done by your detailer as well. So without further ado, let's jump into step 1. So step 1 of washing your car is to do an inspection. Now this step is often missed by most people, and it's critical because this is going to adjust what chemicals you use and what techniques you're going to do to clean your car. And I'll show you that in the process later on, alright? So we're going to inspect 2 areas, and we're going to have one consideration that we're going to take in the inspection phase, alright? The first thing to inspect are your rims. Now, not only how dirty the rims are, but to inspect whether the rims has coating or not. You had a coating installed, but is it still there? Because as you will see later, it will change the chemical that you use, okay? Now, in this case, it's very dirty. This car hasn't been cleaned for a while, and has no coating, right? So that's a good information to keep in mind as I'm washing the car. That's good, all right? Now, the body. The body, we're going to go first, not just to look at the big dirty areas and stuff. Let's go to the smaller areas like the door handles, and to see if there is a lot of dirt stuck here, because some of these dirts can form static dirt. If you don't wash it for a while, or maybe you miss washing it, these dirts can start to etch into your paint. So you want to make sure you address them as soon as you can, right? And these are the ones that are very hard to remove when you have to put hand polishing and stuff like that. So door handles and all these little areas, like all these little nooks and crannies where dirt can sit for long and actually start forming, And normally it's always under the bonnet and stuff like that, and between the creases, and all these little, like the Porsche badges and the badges, GTI, whatever. You have all this little dirt stuck inside there. So that's going to be something I'm going to take in consideration. All these dirty parts over here, we will do a quick check, alright? Okay, over here. So it seems it's pretty dirty in those areas. Here also, the fuel caps often miss spots as well. You can see over here, alright? Now, here as well. So in a quick general inspection, this car is, all the small areas are quite dirty, right? So the body is quite dirty, and not just the, now I'm done with all the small creasy areas. You see there's some bug sap over here and stuff. Let's look at the general space around the car. Now the hood usually presents itself with bug stains or bug spatter or tree sap. So in this case we do have some over here. This car has been killing some bugs. Alright. So all this information is important for us so we know how to adjust our cleaning regimen and use the right tools to make sure we get all those dirt out from the car. So we inspect our rims and our body, especially the small areas of the body, and we have a general idea about the body. The third thing is how long has this car been not clean. So in this example, this car hasn't been cleaned for almost 3 to 5 months. Okay, so those are all in consideration, and you'll see how I take that information and apply it in the next few steps later. Alright? Step 2 will clean the wheel area. Now that's the wheel well, rims and tires. Now normally you use a multi-purpose cleaner for this area because it's usually the dirtiest. Now while it has great cleaning power, the multi-purpose cleaner is also very alkaline, which means it can harm your coating. Now this must be taken in consideration if your rims are coated. Now for this car, it isn't. But if it is, it's best to first try to see if the car shampoo and iron remover can do the work. If not, you can use a dilution of the multi-purpose cleaner of your choice. Now for your iron remover, it's always best to invest in a good product that is pH neutral and also non-corrosive. This is to remove brake dust on your rims. Now before you start, make sure the rims and brake discs are not too hot. Now the rule of thumb is if it's too hot to touch, it's best to first wash the body and wait for it to cool down. Now if you wash outdoors, it's best to pick the right time to do it, like early in the morning or just before the sunset. To start, rinse the rims, inside of the rims and wheel well with water. Try to remove as much dirt as possible. Next, hit the area with iron remover and let it sit for a while. Now instructions always differ from brand to brand, so be always sure to read the label. Now the rule is to let the chemical sit for a while for it to react. The inspection phase of this car showed neglected cleaning on the wheel lug area. Now taking that in consideration, I gave that area a little bit more agitation and then a second round of iron remover. Now once you waited long enough, hit the area with multi-purpose cleaner or car shampoo. Then start by cleaning the rear of the wheel well, which is usually the most dirty. Now if you don't have a foamer, you can always use your wheel bucket, fill up with your shampoo and use your tools to scoop up the foam as you clean the area. After you're done with the wheel well, move to the inside of your rims first, starting from the top to the side and to the bottom of the rims. And make sure you reach in as far deep as possible. Now after that, grab your detailing brush. You can go for your brake calipers. And make sure you agitate as much dirt as possible from different angles. Don't forget the bottom, where it's often missed because it's not visible. Now you can reach hard to clean places like tire valve areas with your brush too. Now the last step is to grab your wash mitt and give the inside and outside of the spokes a good wipe. Finish off with scrubbing the rubber tires as well. Now always be generous with your shampoo because you have a lot of dirt to dissolve. And once done, give it a rinse with water and move on to the other tires. Now that's done, we move on to step number 3, pre-rinsing the car. It's as simple as the name suggests. Give the car a good rinse all around with water, and with a similar goal in mind is to use water to remove as much dirt as possible. In this pre-rinse step, there's an additional option. I call it the pre-wash shampoo step. Now this is completely optional and really depends on how dirty the car is. In this case, this 911 is really dirty. See, if a car is really dirty, one wipe with the car shampoo might not remove the dirt. And this is especially true for static dirt that has been sitting on the car for a while. So soaking it with shampoo helps loosen up some of the dirt so it's easier to remove later on. Plus, the bonus is you get to remove some of the dirt in this phase. So when you're washing it with a wash mitt, you won't push the dirt around causing micro swirls and wash marring. For this, you need a foamer. I recommend the IK Foam Pro 2 as it's really durable and easy to use for home washing. Preferably, you need a car shampoo formula that is designed for this step, like CarPro's Lift or Pro Nano Plus. Now these formulas are designed to work with a pressure cleaner, but it will still have some effectiveness with the hand foamer. Now if you don't have those specific tools, your normal car wash will do too, but with less effect and you have to wait a little bit longer. But hey, something is always better than nothing. So first, cover the car surface area with foam and wait for 5 minutes before rinsing it off if you're using a normal shampoo. If it's a pre-wash or contactless formula, always read the instructions on the label. Now while waiting for the shampoo to work, grab a detailing brush and agitate the dirt in the tight spots, especially the door handle areas, badge gaps, between the panels or any nooks and crannies that are difficult to wash. All those areas with static dirt or build-up dirt, you can always spray it with some diluted mix of multi-purpose cleaner.
Now, word of caution, if your car is coated, try to do it without multi-purpose cleaner first, because it might harm the coating. Only if the stain doesn't come off, then escalate to a diluted multi-purpose cleaner or other chemicals like tar remover or degreaser to address specific stains. Now, the idea is to slowly escalate to prevent damage to the coating installed by your detailer. Now, once done, give the car a proper rinse and then we'll move on to the next step. Now we're in step number 4, washing the car. Now for this, you need these tools and I'll explain why. 2 buckets, one for washing and one for rinsing. And you'll need at least 1 grit guard for your rinse bucket. And this is probably the most important tool to have because it removes the dirt from the wash mitt, so you won't reintroduce them to your car, which if you don't, can cause sore marks, wash marring, and in the worst case scenario, deep scratches. Now for a wash mitt, I recommend avoiding sponges as I found that it drags the dirt more around the car and causing damage to the paint. Now for your shampoo, I always pick a pH neutral shampoo, and as a personal choice, I prefer the ones without wax or additives. And I recommend Meguiar's Hyper Wash or Osborne's Luminous Series shampoo. Now drop a cap or 2 into the wash bucket and a little splash on the wash mitt and inside the wash mitt as well. Now this is to ensure the wash mitt is lubricated to reduce and avoid marring to the paint during its contact. And also another important tip, never ever use a dirty or used mitt or microfiber towel on your car. This will almost always cause scratches in your car. So always use a clean and fresh mitt for every single wash.
Alright. So I got everything ready. I got my bucket full of foam ready. I got my rinse bucket ready. And I'm going to show you a trick with the Foam Pro gun if we have it in a moment. But let's talk about the strategy to clean the car. Alright. So what we want to do is always to start cleaning from the least dirtiest to the dirtiest, all right? So the part that is least dirty is the top, all right? So I'm going to go for the top first. All this part, all right, just think of it like the cap of the car, okay? And then the upper side of the doors means everything from the top until the wheel height, okay? Roughly around the wheel height of the door. That's the first segment. The second segment are the hood, okay, not the bumper, but the hood, the fenders on both sides, and then rear fenders, and that's it, the 2 rear fenders. But we don't want to go below the tire line, okay? Okay, and then the third one, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go for even more of a dirtier spot of the car. Now that would be the front. Okay, the remainder part, the front over here, the side of the doors, and then the rear of the car. So these are the dirtiest spots of the car. On the top side, I will do less rinsing. Even one time I can kind of go and get away with a lot of it. But with the bottom side, the dirtier I go, the more rinsing I get, because I don't want to create micro swirls and marring of the car. We don't want to pick up the dirt and reintroduce to the, pick up the dirt and start sliding it around. That's how we create micro scratches, okay? So we start from the cleanest, the top, when the cloth is still fresh and clean, minimal risk of scratching, to the bottom, okay? So we just talked about which segments to wash the car with. Right now we're going to talk about the technique to wash the car. Now, let's say I just wiped my car and this is dirty, right? And what you want to do is that you want to dunk it into your rinse bucket, and you want to give it a nice scrub at the bottom of it. I usually do like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now I'm not just like going left and right. I'm always like going up and down, left and right, because doing random movements. I want to get as much fibers to touch and graze as possible. So when I take it out, it's all wet. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take it out from my rinse bucket. Okay, I'm going to check for any dirt. Just briefly check for stones, the big stuff, seeds and stuff like that, and just bring it out. Right, bring it out, get the water out, and then go into the wash bucket. Okay, so now I got all this beautiful shampoo here. They're going to create a lot of lubrication for the car and to remove dirt. And this is the special tip, right? This is only if you have the Foam Pro. I can either spray this on the place that I want to wipe, or I spray it here to give it a little bit more lubrication, and then I wipe the car. Again, why we're doing this is it helps you dissolve more dirt, and it gives you lubrication, which reduce the wash marring and swirl marks, okay? In my opinion, I think this is really worth it. It's up to you and your budget, but again, priorities, get the grit guard, get a decent shampoo first, then this could be a great add-on, right? So we're gonna do this.
So after rinsing off, we'll go to step number 5, drying the car. Now this is not as straightforward as most people think. See, a dry towel can actually cause scratches on your paint as there is no lubrication. So to avoid that, soften the fibers of the towel by damping it with water or hit the towel with some spray detailer for lubrication. And for some funny reason, I always find that damp towels pick up water better than dry towels. And of course, it's wise to invest in a good quality microfiber towel. Get the ones with a thick pile so it picks up leftover dust and dirt as you dry your car. Personally, I like Osram's Luminous Series Ultra Drying Towel. Now, as an optional tool, you can also use a quick detailer. The objective of the chemical is, number 1, to help speed up the process of drying, and number 2, leave a nice glossy, just wax look for your car. If you're as vain as I am, then I recommend using one. Now the trick is to find the one that is easy to use and buffs off easily. Personally, I like Meguiar's Last Touch Spray Detailer, which is super easy to use, or CarPro Elixir, which is a little bit tricky to use but leaves an amazing gloss and boosts hydrophobicity. Now while drying your car, don't forget to dry the door wells and underneath the doors as well. Now 6th and the final step is drying the rims and dressing the tires. Now first, dry the rims and tires using a microfiber towel. You can use a quick detailer to help drying of the rims and to give it a nice gloss. Then use a microfiber pad or foam pad to apply your tire shine. Now pick a good brand that not only gives a nice finish but one that offers UV protection as well. Personally, I like Osram's Luminous Series Lustre, and it gives a nice satin finish as I'm not a big fan of shiny finish. Now, do this for all your rims and then you're done.
So there you have it, guys. These are the step-by-step process that I use to make sure my car look nice, clean, glossy and shiny every single week in, week out. And I do this, say, once per week, or maybe sometimes once every 2 weeks, depending how dirty my car can be. But I just want to give you a little bit of encouragement before we end. I know this step-by-step process can be a little bit long and there's a learning curve to it. You got to buy some products and stuff like that. But here's what I promise you. The more you do it, the faster it becomes, okay? The first few times you're gonna start fumbling. It's like when you start to learn how to drive, right? You're gonna fumble, you're gonna look left, look right, like, what am I doing? But after you do it a few times, you're gonna get used to it. And you won't see the effect in one wash, but if you do it all the time, 1 wash, 2 wash, 10 wash, 15 wash, you'll start to see versus another car that's been detailed and been sent out to a improper washing place. You start to see the difference. You see how the shine starts to reduce, the car looks a little bit dull, and see some places the dirt are building and caking up. And hey, even if you can't wash your car every single week, do it once a month like this and your car will look fantastic, okay? So before I end, I just want to put a disclaimer over here. I don't think that I'm like the best car wash video outside there. This is done in mind of like, hey, if I'm doing this at home, I got limited tools, I don't spend a whole lot of money. What can I do to make sure my car looks nice and clean? Home wash, but a very high detail wash at home, okay? Again, I'm not saying I'm the expert. This is how it worked for me. But if you know a better step, better technique, hey, drop me a comment in below, let me know how you would do it. But if you have any questions as well, drop me a comment as well down here, ask me any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions regarding cleaning cars. So before you go, if you like this content, please hit the like button and don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well to get more videos like this in the future. Now, I also do documentaries on my channel. I call it the Refresh documentaries, and these are where we take cars that are a little bit lacking on TLC, give it the full treatment, paint correction, do coating, do detailing, interior, exterior, just to make the car look amazing again. I usually do it with my friend Ryson at Miyagi, so if you want those kind of videos, head to my channel right now and just check out Refresh documentaries, okay? I also do vlogs on driving new cars, maybe used cars, and I also document my ownership of cars. If you want all those content and don't want to miss those contents, don't forget to hit the bell notification so you get an alert when the new videos are up, alright? With that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another episode, and till then, keep washing your car, enjoy it, and peace out.